think you know how to use assists? These players are out here turning assists into straight up trap cards. In the cancel game, top tier. Let me show you the nastiest setups I found in Global this week. Let's go.
Oh, hell's on deck!
Come catch these hands.
Number 5. Koa versus Han.
3, 2,
Let's get it.
1, go!
Right into it. Han isn't wasting any time, I see. Very aggressive. He is putting everything into this startup. Let's pause here. One thing I tell my guys during training is to maintain that middle. Control the stage. Instead of rushing to the corner, you want to maintain the middle as much as possible. You want to keep your opponent close to the corner and maintain dominant positioning. In order to do that successfully, though, you must be careful with your EP. The last thing you want is to exhaust your EP and get stuck in the corner grasping for air, randomly tossing out cards to see what lands. Now, if you are deliberately luring your opponent to the corner because you have a game plan to counter and punish them, that's fine. But it doesn't look like the case here due to Han using all his EP in one go at the beginning. So, let's see what happens.
In the middle.
See, that's what I was afraid of.
Well, that's why we aim for a middle ground.
Now, here comes the juggle. And with Justin, this punishment could last quite some time.
Here we go.
Let's pause here. In this particular scenario, I would have chosen the free block over the cost. With the cost block attack, you set yourself up for a possible block encounter because your opponent is cornered and on the defense. Since this game has a luck factor, you want to be smart in how you rotate your cards. Koa should have pulled back for a second or used his free block since Han's kit is strike and block heavy and we witnessed him waste his breaker assist early on. Most of Justin's attacks are either strikes or blocks, so I would have had a better chance of blocking and countering if I was going up against him. Definitely with Koa's setup, which also seems to be strike and block heavy, making me believe he's only focused on using his leader. Like, who would use a blockable 5-cost Koa assist? Like, he's only using it for the stat boosts. But let's continue.
Be smart.
Okay. Just seems like he's trying to push that middle slot out with no real strategy behind it. Alright, that Roxy stun was a good choice. But what's the game plan? He's trying to stop himself from getting in the corner. And I don't understand. He has the blocks to counter it, but it looks like his timing and reads are off. Now we're back in the corner. Here comes the juggle. Ooh, good cancel. Let's talk about that real quick. Let's just cover the fundamentals of cancels real quick. Once you initiate an attack, you either dash forwards or backwards to stop the attack. This may bait your opponent to using a move that will counter it, giving you an opportunity to either counter, reset yourself, or gain some EP. Now, not every move can be done this way, mostly primary slot attacks and some middle slot attacks. My suggestion is to go to the training center with your warrior and test out their kit, see what attacks are cancelable, and also work on strategies to follow up afterwards. You can also stop by our sparring sessions or unboxing that we have, where we break down the warrior's kit and test out different variations with our lovely CGTH community. Now, Koa did an excellent cancel. Now, let's see how he follows up.
Cancel.
Nice. Good choice. Not sure why Koa isn't rotating his middle slot, but it's working for now. And all Hans keep doing is rotate in the middle. That's pretty funny. It looks like Hans is going for that corner pressure, but again, using way too much EP. This is pretty close. Great cancel. And there goes the finishing blow. There we have it. Skill and execution, 7 out of 10. Hans showed us that Zordon is still a force to be reckoned with. Koa had a couple good cancels in there and was really working that corner. He could have done a bit better with rotating his cards, which would have possibly prevented the close call at the end. But overall, they did their thing. Clutch factor, 9 out of 10. I mean, Koa had 17 HP. That was a clutch comeback. But with Justin, it shouldn't have been that close. Han did great with chopping down a player 3 leagues above him, but at the end, he overplayed his hand. Entertaining? Value? 7 out of 10. Yeah, it was. It's good to see a Zordon after the flood of metas as of late, showcasing his kit, proven in the right hands. Zordon can still put in work. Again, I love a good combo, and Justin players always deliver by default, but the cancels is what got me really. I really enjoyed to see a good cancels. You don't see them as much anymore unless players are doing cancel variations for their warriors. Style and swagger, 8 out of 10. It was pretty smooth. No one overused their assists. An Emerald player forced an elite player with an S-tier warrior to step their game up, and it didn't back down. So that's pretty stylish. Mind game, 6 out of 10. I mean, they did okay. And by they, I say Koa mostly. He canceled and tripped up his opponent and executed devastating follow-ups. Zordon is mostly a blockable warrior, though. So, I mean, he shouldn't have struggled as much as he did. But he did get the job done. But he could have did better in some areas when it came to reads. So, overall, I give this match a 37 out of 50, which gives it a C grade. Moving on.
Not bad, but also not great. C+.
Number 4. Sunim Zord? What, like what? Versus Gunner Bird.
What kind of stupid name is that?
Okay. Nice early reads by Zord. Great startup. Ooh, nice escape. This is what I call a masterclass escape tactic. That's when you perfectly time your assist to escape an attack, allowing you to reposition yourself and or counter. Zord went in for the vanishing drop and Bird immediately activating Crescent Wave, an incredible evasive tactic. Some assists start up slightly behind your opponent or even in front. More advanced players will use this to their advantage and turn the tides in combat like we see here. That's why it's important to spend some time sparring with teammates or trying setups in training ground so that you can better understand your team's setup and gain advantages in the battleground. Let's see what happens next.
That's how it's done.
Bird's trying to bait Zord, probably going to strike to force a block, but it failed. Ooh, great countering by Bird. Nice follow-up. Ooh, let's pause here. Now, a common question is, when should you activate your super? Well, you have to fill it out and largely depends on the type of super. Is it a quick refill or a devastating one-shot? Either way, it's best to have a backup plan. In this scenario, Devin can get his super up to 2 times in one match from my research. So it's best to try to rotate the first as early as possible so you can start working on obtaining the second, possibly saving that for a game-ending shot or a comeback opportunity. It also has a weird way to fill the gauge. It depends on your use of the primary slot. There are warriors like Rancid that gains based off of being attacked, and other warriors that gains based off of any attack. So it really depends. So again, first strategy is knowing your warrior's kit, capabilities, and weaknesses, and second is to know when to execute. Either way, I suggest making sure you have enough EP for at least 2 follow-up moves afterwards so that you can take control over the match and get this W. Let's continue.
The right place at the right time.
Okay. Look like it's doing some decent damage. Let's see what happens next. Should have canceled there. Nice follow-up by Zord. Looks like he's holding on to that super or waiting for the right moment. Is this it? Maybe he wants to wait for a bit more EP before he executes. Trying to get that low throw off again, hoping for a launch into the super, but Bird is not having it. Another missed cancel, and Zord's here with the punishment. With enough EP for a decent follow-up and room for dessert, Bird's on the ropes now. Zord is quick on his feet, but he didn't see the block coming, giving Bird an opportunity to finish him off. Great match, gentlemen. Great match. Skill and execution, 7 out of 10. Both opponents brought their A game to the table, and oh boy, did we eat. A couple miscancel opportunities from Bird, and I can smell the desperation from Zord trying to get that super off. But other than that, it was well played. Clutch factor, 8 out of 10, extremely. Bird put Zord in an awkward situation at the end, completely turning his match around, grabbing that W. Entertainment value, 9 out of 10. Very entertaining. I enjoyed the back and forth. And Bird's use of his Zenaku assist early on was quite impressive with a nice flashy finish. Speaking of flashy, style and swagger, 8 out of 10. What can I say? The ending was clean. The techniques were fresh. The timing was incredible. With 3 supers executed, that's stylish. Mind game, I lean more towards Bird on this with his assist escapes and multiple supers. Zord did have his moments though, don't sleep on him. His timing was great and was able to punish well when given the opportunity, but missed it at the end, so close. Giving this a total score of 41 out of 50. Yes sir, B grade. Good job, gentlemen. Moving on.
Next.
Number 3, Molly versus Reginald Rich.
3, 2,
Let's get it.
1, go!
Great trap placed by Richie. Nice follow-up. Great combo. Let's pause here. Great start by Richie. Let's talk about traps for a second. Certain leaders and assists have abilities that allow you to set up advanced combos that forces your opponent to react quickly or become entrapped. Like we seen earlier with Zenaku, if he was able to land it, that crescent wave is a slow-moving launch attack with decent damage. This gives you a nice opportunity to execute a decent combo and scramble your opponent's senses all at the same time. Assists such as Zenaku, Delphine, Rita, and leaders such as Ranger Slayer, Doggy Cruder, even Movie Putty can stun, launch, or trap your opponents, opening up a door for some great game-changing plays. Ranger Slayer is especially dangerous due to her endless combo and trap capabilities. Her low-cost moves and ability to gain EP faster makes her a one-woman army. If you add a skilled player to the equation, who knows what will happen. Let's continue.
It's a trap! It's a trap!
Nice, great assist combo by Molly. Smart play using this moment to get that breaker off. Nice, smooth moving. Molly is finessing the stage. Ooh, great cancel and follow by Richie. Well played. Uh-oh. Man, Molly applying that pressure. Crazy. Let's pause here. Molly has done an incredible job of maintaining control with his dominant masterclass positioning. That's when you are working the stage by controlling the middle, precision card rotations, and pushing opponent back, forcing opponent to make adjustments and bad decisions. He's never in one spot for too long, making it hard for his opponent to get off short or long-ranged attacks. He is also avoiding the corner, giving him more room to breathe and bait his opponent. The biggest thing here is his choice in attacks. He's picking the right cards, giving a nice blend of offense and defense while not exhausting too much EP. He hasn't even used his assist yet because he doesn't need them. His rotation is so precise, he's getting all the cards he needs in the moment. Well played. Another world finest player showing us how the game should be played. Let's continue.
No, this is my house.
Nice dodge by Molly. Followed by a block with a nice counter. Ooh, Richie got him with the ollie assist. Great cancel by Molly. Followed up by crazy shots. Now the sweet curse.
He can't stop me!
Man, he really putting in work. Dang, good run. But nice finish by Richie. He even had a contingency plan with that block assist. Now let's break it down. Skill and execution. Both players performed at a high level with calculated assist usage, masterful cancellations, and maximizing on their leader's kit and capabilities. Clutch factor, epic ending. I really thought Molly had it until Richie played that final trick at the end. It really could have went either way. This is my type of match. Entertainment value, Top tier back and forth with both players putting in Gorilla Glue work, making it stick. All the way to the very ending. This match was by far one of my favorites of the week. Style and swagger, come on now. Do you really have to ask from Molly's dominant positioning to Reggie Rich's trap plays? Calling this match swag-tastic would still be an understatement. Mind games and reads, cancels, reads, and traps, oh my, these wonderful wizards of combat graced our presence with their magic and had me wanting more. Total score, 45 out of 50. Giving this match an A grade. Great work, gentlemen. Great work.
Really, really well deserved.
All right. Ambu's very own CG going up against Gunner Bird. Let's get it. Great cancel by Bird. Ooh, strong start by CG. That's some decent damage. Nice 1-2 step by Bird. Great cancel. Definitely playing on a different level since last match. Another escape attempt, and he got it. Boom. That breaker just earned him the super. At this rate, he might just save it. Ugh. Man, CG on an onslaught of attacks. Doing some crazy damage with Lothor. Nasty. Bird testing the waters to try to bait out a block. But here's CG. He is on fire. Let's pause here. Another masterclass performance this week with CG maximizing on his leader, not using one assist whatsoever. Great work, bro. That's what we teach in Ambu. And that what should be taught across the game. Maximize on your leader's kit. Definitely if you're playing an S-tier meta like Lothor. His kit is strong enough where it can stand alone. Not saying don't use assist at all. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying be strategic, period. Be smart with your card rotations, and the game will bless you with what you need in the moment. Use the assist if needed to rotate or set up, or even to surprise your opponent. It's not a crutch that you need to lean and depend on. They are secret weapons used to help turn the tide on the battlefield. Let's continue.
No, I don't need your assistance.
Oh boy, watch out. Look like Bird is setting something up here. Oh, there goes the super. And the crescent wave hit with massive damage. Let's pause here. This, my friends, is what is called a masterclass trap. Zenaku breaker assist set up into the super is a perfect example of a trap and excellent assist utilization. He's not just throwing his assist out there in the hopes it would land. Each time he has a plan in motion. To be honest, Bird, in my opinion, is the best at setting up traps with assist, as you can see here. CG was stuck in the animation, and through trial and error, I'm guessing Bird discovered that Crescent Wave could still land even during super animations, which gave him a massive edge here. This is why trying different setups in training is extremely important. I've seen way too many matches of noobs in Elite who just throws out their assists like it's a lifeline, but only a chosen few knows how to truly operate in the realm of strategic Legacy Wars combat. Let's see how this ends.
You didn't see that coming?
And there we go. Now time for the breakdown. Skill and execution, 10 out of 10. CG decided to leave the assist at home, and Bird decided that he wanted to get that W by any means necessary. Bird's cancels were on point, and CG knew exactly which cards to play to deal the most damage against a Titan player with a 14k HP difference. Clutch factor, 10 out of 10. Had me on the edge thinking my boy CG was going to grab that W. But what I learned is that you can't sleep on Bird when he's flying. He will scoop down and eat. CG could have possibly won if it wasn't for the HP difference, but that's a reality that doesn't exist. Entertainment value, 10 out of 10. CG really showcased Lothor's kit to the fullest, which is good to see that Ambu philosophy in full effect, and Bird proving why he is the best Devon player in Legacy Wars yet again, keeping me fully engaged and wanting more. Style and swagger, 9 out of 10. That super finish trap combo thingamajiggy that Bird pulled off is some of the most stylish gameplay I've seen to date. CG proved those Ambu ninjas know how to throw down. Mind games, 8 out of 10. Not many cancels or reads from CG here, just all power, but Bird filled in the blanks with his consistent cancels, assist escape, and super trap. Total score, 47 out of 50, giving this an A grade.
Great work.
And here it is, our number 1 match of the week, Evox versus Prime. Let's get it. Great start by Evox, rotating each slot. Ooh, nice cancel. Prime fell for it. Ooh, block. Can this man be stopped? He is definitely in control here. Man. Let's pause. Evox came ready with the best startup this week, in my opinion. Master Class. 24k damage done with a mix of cancels, precision reads, perfect positioning, and assist utilization. This is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. Evox is going up against a Titan player that has over 10k HP advantage over him and experience, which is even more dangerous. He has to try to avoid, dodge, block, and counter each of Prime's moves if he wants to survive this. Because with a level 8 Ollie, each attack is going to feel like being hit by a truck. Not to mention the super that does massive damage. With this startup, it does show he knows how to maneuver and utilize his leader's kit, but let's see how this plays out.
Well played.
Okay, Prime's getting his licks in. Great cancel variation by Evox. Right into the breaker super. Nice. Another cancel variation attack. Good stuff, Evox. And here comes the cancel. Let's talk about this. Here is another masterclass performance, this time with cancels. Evox has done a stellar job with baiting his opponent, maximizing on his warrior's cancel variations, creating distance and taking advantage of punishment opportunities. Perfect example of high-level canceling, which is rare to see in today's meta world. Players are now hoping to get off big attacks with a combination of over-assist usage and big supers, so it's refreshing to see some professional techniques at play here. Prime, on the other hand, keeps falling for the cancels and needs to re-strategize and get back to the fundamentals if he wants to start getting the upper hand here. I'm thinking he's hoping to land some big hits due to his welled-out situation, and it could be throwing him off, so hopefully he can find his footing before it's too late. Let's continue.
Outstanding.
There we go. Wow, that's some big damage. It took Evox all match to get where Prime just got in 5 seconds. Oh, here's that massive super with a nice follow-up.
Smooth.
Too much EP usage. Evox again with the cancel. And Prime again follow for it. This might have cost him the match. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. And there you have it. Evox with the victory. Now it's time for the breakdown. Skill and execution, 10 out of 10. Evox truly performed well here with his consistent cancels and precision as he took down the giant by sticking to his fundamentals. He completely controlled the match, making me forget about Prime's lack of reads and missed opportunities. Clutch factor, 10 out of 10. Prime did great coming back, but Evox stuck to his guns until the very end. He applied that early on pressure, putting Prime in a constant state of defense, ultimately giving Evox the win. Entertainment, 10 out of 10. Yes, from the beginning to the end, Evox had us hooked on phonics, helping us all understand the importance of the fundamentals. He held on to the very end and was blessed with a well-deserved W.
What's your fundamentals?
Style and swagger, 10 out of 10. From how he glided across the stage to how he manages EP, everything about this match screams swagger. He performed so well, it's truly hard to critique Prime because I almost didn't notice he was there. Mind games and reads, 10 out of 10. He had Prime on defense almost the entire match. With his onslaught of cancel variations and punishments, Prime could not keep up. He fell for every cancel all the way to the end, and if he didn't have a level 8 Ollie, the match would have been over a long time ago, just to be honest.
That's just a freaking order.
Total score for the first time ever, 50 out of 50. Perfect score. S-graded match.
Perfect.
You think you can top that? Drop your player ID in our Discord and tell me what match to watch next. I may feature you in the next episode. Submit your favorite match and I might roast or praise your next video. Follow us on our social media, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. May the hands be with you. Until next time.